Hello everyone, my name is Amos Nimas and we are live working on this game that I made a while ago called Coin Chase. But this is the version 2. The first version had no graphics and it's a very fun game. I suggest that you get it from my itch.io page. Actually, I'm gonna open the itch.io page. Itch.io Amos Nimas. Let's try to find myself online, see if it's hard or if I can find myself quite easily. So Coin Chase, this game right here, very minimal game. What you do basically is you chase coins and you avoid enemy. But the thing is, you can code your action basically. You can, wait, I'm just gonna steal the chat and some basic information about the live stream so that I can see if people start to watch the stream. So that I can get some analytics. Okay, that's too much analytics. I don't need it to be that big. Let me just resize that. That should be fine. I'm fine with that. So far no viewer, that's good. I don't care. So this live stream will be recorded on YouTube so people can watch it later on. So yeah. I will try to focus today on this thing. So I'm gonna show you what I'm working on so far. So this is the game. I'm just gonna remove the music because it can be annoying, especially since we have a sound effect in the game. That's an interesting bug. That is an interesting bug. What happened with the game? I'm just gonna close it and restart it over. But that's an interesting bug that I had. So if I move 1, 2, 3, 4 and then I press enter, as you can see, you type your move in advance, and then when you press enter, it does the move sequence that you entered. And all the graphics were made with my graphic pixel art sprite editor called Pix. I don't know if you can hear the sounds from the game. Right now, the enemy collected the last coin, so that's why I completed the level. So I'm just gonna see if I can get some sound at least from the desktop audio, so that way you can hear the sound from the game. And each time I change screen like this, it messes up with the rendering pipeline, which is not something you want. So if I run the game again, first of all, one feature I want to add is the sound when you collect coins. So for example, if I collect these coins, there's no sound when I collect the coin. So I wanted to show you how I create sound, since I don't have a game engine and since I only use tools that I created myself to make this game. How I create sound is basically I use this program I made called gsfx.python, and then I can specify stuff, but by default this is the default sound. So this is the default sound, and if I want to change it, I have all these options here to customize the sound and then save it. So first of all, let's rename this one to coin.wave. Okay, so the output file was renamed. Also, I should probably make it so that it clears this whenever you do something, but who cares? For now, let's just focus on giving it a wave type. So let's go with T3. T3 should be fine. It's a sine wave. As you can see here, it says sine. And the starting frequency, I want something higher, way higher. So something around 900. And the end frequency, let's say 1000. I think that should be fine. And the duration, something probably way shorter than that, so 0.05. And let's just play this. I think that's fine for the coin collecting. I think that's a nice sound for collecting coin, but we can probably make it just a bit more fun. Increase the duration just a tiny bit. And I think we're good. I think that should be a nice sign, a nice sound. No, I don't really like it. So let's do the opposite. So from the 12,000 to 900 and play this. No, still not the sound I'm looking for. So maybe if we go way higher, so like 2000 to I don't know, 2200. And for the duration, I think we were good with the initial one. So maybe, oh, that's way too high. So something in between, we should have a good sound for collecting coin. So I'd say start at 100. I'm not good with English number, sorry. So I should say it them in French, but who cares? And the end sound will be just below that, I think. We could try. And play. No, it doesn't work when the end sound is lower, so it needs to be higher at least. I think that's a nice sound. So duration. Is that a good sound for coin? I don't feel like it is. Huh. It's more challenging than I expected. So if the start sound was 1000. Oh, now it's getting somewhere. So you see, that's how I make the sounds for the game. Yeah, it's getting somewhere. I think it was better when the end sound was a higher frequency. A little bit less high than that. So end sound is definitely around that. Yeah, and it's a bit too intense when it comes to the volume. So let's reduce the volume to 0.3. Yeah, I think that's a nice sound for it. And we can try a different wave sign maybe. So no. No. And I wish I had more. Like, these two really sound the same. Like, and T2. I can't really make out the difference. So yeah, 3 it is. T3. Yeah, this one's better. But do we go higher in frequency? I don't know. Start frequency could definitely be higher. Yeah. So start frequency, how about that? And end frequency 2000. Yeah, and the duration 0.07. Yep, let's go with that. So now I want to escape. So we have this coin sound now that I created, that we will move coin to sounds. And now if I go into the code of the game, I can just add the coin sound right here. Coin. And we will have coin sound. There you go. Let's replace type with coin. There you go. And that should work. Now we just need to play the sound whenever we collect the coin. So we will copy this line right here, which is the type SFX line. And we need to find where in the code do we collect coins. So it's probably around here. So game over, level up, game check status, enemy eye, check position, if coin, self player score +1. So that's probably when we collect the coin. Yeah. So now we can just change that and make it so that it says coin instead. That should work. Let's try it. Yeah, it works. And we're game over because the enemy has collected more coin than us, apparently. I did not see that happen, but yeah. So the enemy has 1 coin. And we succeeded the first level. So the next thing I want to code is for a way for the player to know basically the comment that it entered, maybe go back on a comment. Damn. till I lose. Or should I leave the game like that? I don't know. And we're game over. Also, I would like when it's game over that you can still quit the game by pressing the Q key or escape or whatever. But right now you just have to wait. So that's the fixes that I will add. And you already know like how the if I go to the sprites, pix, coin. This is my sprite editor that I created called Pix. This is what I'm using for this game. And let's make the inside of these not black because it's supposed to be coin. So let's try that for the styles. So if I go with the bucket tool, which is right here. I don't really like how that looks. So I'm not sure how I could make it look better. I mean, I have more color that I have access to, I think. So let's try to see if we have colors that would work well here. Like this color ain't bad. Like not to fill it, but maybe to make some detail inside of it. So let's go with the pen tool and try to outline this the best we can. And maybe we can try to draw something here using this as an outline. Like, I'm not really good at drawing coins. That's if that wasn't clear enough at that point. So maybe with 9 instead. Like, if I go in bucket tool, like I should have a default bucket tool button. I think I do. I'm not sure which it is, but I think I do have that. A button that by itself activates the bucket tool. Yeah, that's an ugly coin, but it's still a coin. I still recognize that as a coin. No, that wasn't supposed to be made with the bucket tool. Okay, I wanted one, and I want just the pixel tool, so I can do that. Show like the coin is shining, and yeah, I'm really lacking, I feel, color to do what I want to do with this. Like I could try to do an outline. Okay, let's go with this one, the dot tool. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but it ain't the effect I was looking for. Hey, we have somebody watching the video. Hey, hello. How you doing? So this is my, by the way, let me introduce you this pixel art editor, sprite editor, whoever you are, that I made, that I'm using to create the art for my game, since I don't use a game engine. And now I will quit, save the changes, yes, and save them as coin.png. And if I go back into my game, v2.py, there you go. They're not that bad. I think the coins look good. They're just not moving. So that's another thing I should try to add next, is some animation. Whoa, the enemy is getting close. Okay. So, I mean, the pixel art ain't that great, but it's doing the job. I think it's doing the job. I don't really like the sound for the coin, but they were made using this tool, GSFX, which I made to allow me to create simple sounds. But we can probably try to make a better sounding, like, sound for the coin collection. V0.3 for the volume. That should be less intense. I don't know. Can you hear it properly? I don't know. And then we have the start frequency. Let's set that to 900, maybe 600 to start. That's good. That's not a bad sound. I don't dislike that. That's quite a good sound for collecting coins. Like, I do like that. That is not so bad. And what if the end sound was like 500? and we could make the start sound be something around 400 and the end sound around 800. How about that? That ain't that bad. And we can just change the duration to be 0.06 and play this. I think that's a better sound for the coin. Like, I dig that sound. Like, it's good. Duration 0.05. Let's just be very specific. How about that? That sounds great. Yeah. A bit too intense though. I think it was less intense with 0.6 for some reason. So done. We're done with the sound that I just created. So we can move the output that I forgot to give it a name, to coin.wav into the sounds directory. So what am I even trying to do? No, it's gonna be into the sounds directory as coin.wav. That's gonna work. So now if I play the game that we have, we can move and collect the coins. But the volume, I'm still having some issues. When I export the sound, it doesn't export with the volume that I specified. So I need to fix that at some point. But right now, I don't think that's the focus. I think the focus would be animation. That would be cool to be able to... we have 3 people watching the stream. Damn! Hello! Hello to the chat. To the empty chat. So yeah, first focus I think should be animation. And the second focus should probably be to visualize the key that you press. Because right now when I do down, down, left, down, you don't see it. And I need to press enter for you to see the result of what I did. And I don't want to print that in the terminal. I try in this version of the game to use the terminal as less as possible. I don't want the terminal to be a requirement to play this version of the game. There's already the CLI version of the game that exists, and I don't want to recreate that. I want to create the graphical version of the game. Yeah, the CLI version, I have it right here, so I can just do a small demonstration. So that's what it looked like, the original prototype. So as you can see, you see your moves right there. So when I do left, left, right, right, I mean right, right, down, down, left, that's what it's gonna do. And down again, I collected a coin. And that way I can collect pretty much all the coins. And I'm on the next level. So that's the original game, and I should be able to exit just like that by typing exit. And I like that. That's a very fun game. It gets, like, there is some strategy. The more you play, the harder it gets. So it's the difficulty level is adapted to everyone who plays, because if you're just better, you're just gonna complete the first level faster and get to the higher difficulty sooner. So going back to this version of the game, which is the graphical version, to create animation, like I'm loading the sprites right here from the sprites directory, but as you can see, I load a single sprite per variable. So if I want to have animation, what I will need to do is have arrays, and in these arrays I will need to store multiple images, to load multiple images. So first of all, I would need to reprogram this whole section, this whole thing right here, to allow me to then have animation. And also I'm rescaling them, because by default these sprites are 16 by 16, and when you play the game they are 50 by 50 pixels. So, and I don't think that's a good multiplication. Like if you do basic math, for example 16 times 4, it would be 64 and not 50. So if I want a more accurate scaling, that's what it would look like. And I do think that looks slightly better, and it's a bit bigger, so it's easier to look at. So no game engine, just using Pygame. I don't consider Pygame a game engine. I don't think no one is using it. It's just a quicker way to access the SDL library. If you don't know about the SDL library, there was a big drama recently around the Godot engine. I don't know if you heard about it. but basically the administrator of the Godot community went on a rampage and tried to ban everyone for just having opinions or for existing, basically. So it was a big political mess, and I think that politics and programming should stay separate. So yeah, I have a way here. I should also work on the game over screen, because currently what I'm doing, I'm just making the game sleep and then exiting on game over. And I don't think that's a good solution, because when I do that, you cannot exit. So I need a way to have like a delay or prevent the player to do something when game over other than quit. So that's also another feature I should be working on. But I think I will end the video soon. I don't think it's gonna be interesting. I think I will lose a lot of viewer if I go into the details of how I implement these upcoming features. I just wanted to show you the sound editor that I have, and the fact that it also works with the graphical editor that I have, which this one is available already on my GitHub page, link in the description of the video. So you can already start to play around with it. If you have suggestions, you can give me feedback, and I will try to implement them the best I can. So of course, I still think it can be improved a lot. Like, that's why I'm using it. I'm using it because I want to see what it feels like to actually use it. I created this tool also for myself, to allow me to create these small, cool game. And you know, it's by using these tools that you see what needs to be improved in them. So you can see the rectangle tool, nothing to complain about. It's working flawlessly. And the line tool, same thing. It's perfect. It has nothing to be improved. But changing between tools, I still feel that it's a bit awkward. And I'd like it if there was more ways in this editor to just activate the tool you need without having to change tools. For example, if I want to use the bucket field without having to change the bucket first, that'd be cool. Like, can I do that? Is there a key to do that? I don't think so. So it wouldn't be that hard to implement. It wouldn't be that hard to implement that the capitalized B, for example, Shift B, would use the bucket tool even if you haven't switched to it. Oh, so just B works. So I'm complaining for nothing. I already implemented that feature. I just forgot that it was there. I already done that. So the B key will use the bucket tool even though I am on the pen tool, which is an essential feature. It is an essential feature. It's good that I added that. Also, when I quit, I need a better export system for the Pix editor. So I'm not only working on a game, I'm working on a full-on workflow. I'm creating my own tool set. It's the thing that I'm creating. I don't need a game engine. I just need a good tool set. And this is the Nanotext editor that I use, by the way, to code. And it's good enough. But I'm currently working on my own text editor to allow me to do this. And it's quite good. It's getting there. But Nano still has more features. So that's why I'm still using Nano. But mine will support code folding, which is a feature I wanted Nano to have, but I don't know how to implement it to the current Nano code base. Also, I tried to implement, that's a very funny story. The other day, I tried to implement the chess, GNU Chess. I was sure that it did not have, if you do show board, I was sure that it did not have the indices for the lines. So I was like, how am I supposed to play this game when the only way to play and move pieces is to have the indices? I thought it was so stupid that it wasn't obvious, and it's just chords. You just have to type chords. And now if I do show board, you have the coordinates at the bottom and on the left side. So I tried to add that. I got very close, actually. I was able to add that to the source code of GNU Chess, but then I realized by looking at the source code that this feature was already implemented inside of the source code. So I did not have to do all that. And there's also graphical mode, if you don't know about it. very cool mode that if I do show board. One feature I wish, it did not activate graphical. Invalid comment graphical. No, it's just graphics, sorry. Graphic mode is enabled, and now you see that's the feature I wish every application in the terminal had. The up key does not show you your comment history, and that would be useful if you're gonna do the same move multiple times. Like, you wouldn't, because your piece wouldn't be at the same place, but yeah, just being able to do the up key to retype graphics instead of having to retype it manually would be a nice feature. Nice little feature to have an history inside of GNU Chess. But what I was wanting to show is show board, this version where you have like the graphical board. But this could still be improved, I believe, because I think there is even better emojis to represent the I think there is better like chess emoji. Is there no better emojis to represent chess pieces? I'm surprised. I thought there would be. Crazy, these aren't that good. Like, they should create better ones. And at this point, yeah, just use the castle, the queen, the actual horse. Like, those are the emojis I would use. Yeah, you could create like a better looking chess game by using these more graphical colored emojis instead of just basic. Like, that doesn't look that good. Ain't gonna lie, in the terminal it doesn't look that good. Oh, you have other suggestions of how you can arrange that. This one's interesting, using the letter. Like, those are all example. I prefer mono space board, of course. Small mono space board. This one is very cool looking, and this one is ugly. It's so ugly, but it would work. It would work. It's just very ugly, especially the blank squares. So yeah, I'm just gonna exit from GNU Chess, and yeah, unless there's anything else that you're curious about, that you want to ask me question in the chat, I think I will end this video right now, because like I said, seeing me implement the small fixes to the this version of CoinChase, link in the description for the original CoinChase. I don't think there's a link in the description for that, but I showed you earlier, like if you go on my itch.io page and look for CoinChase or Amasnimas. Am I here? I'm not even there. Yeah, I'm there. I'm right here. So, and this game looked cool. Wait a minute. Look at this game. What is that? That looks cool. It's made in Pico 8. That's why it looks so cool. I do love Pico 8 games. Okay, so difficulty, practice, whatever. How do I play? How do I play this thing? What? X to shoot. Okay, so X to shoot. Can I shoot the ah! Okay, so I need to shoot them before they can touch the border. Is that it? No. What? Okay, so I'm the... What? I'm so confused. How the hell am I supposed to play this game? Very cool. Very cool. But my IQ is probably not high enough to be able to play this. Look at this. This does look cool. So, okay, I think the... you control the ship, not the thing in the middle. I got confused for a moment. I thought that I was the laser in the middle, which would have been cool. But yeah, let's play again. Let's try one last round. So, okay, so I can control this guy. And how do I shoot? Okay, the control, I just very bad. Sorry, I'm not able to play this game. Yeah, that's a nice game. I do have my own Pico 8 game, by the way. Not this one. This is not made in Pico 8, but it has a bug. I did fix the bug at some point, but the online version that you can download of Go to Hell, I think it's on my itch page, still has the bug in it. So dashboard, I think it is. And I just want to see my dashboard. There it is. I also have Project Xena that I want to work on. That's another game that I'm creating without game engine. It's made in Bash, surprisingly. Project Xena. And this game, basically, you're an AI that try to take over the world, and you do this by, you can try it right now, it's free, you just download it from here. I suggest you do. It's a very nice, very fun game. Very simple though. I want to make it more complex. That's the thing. When you, for example, change the opinion of the population over your AI, when people know about your AI, first of all, you should not have opinions unless you have been detected. So that's, first of all, first feature I want to add, that you cannot change the public opinion of yourself without having been detected. Um, I think that makes sense. But at the same time, the way you can see it is that it's opinion of people about AI. So even if you have not been detected as an evil AI, you can still make people like AI in general. So that's what opinion could mean. But at the same time, it's not enough verbose. Even though you have the print log, you're able to see the game logs, there's nothing that's telling you like what is going on when you change the people opinions or the detection level. And I want to add that. I want to add some feedback, some text based feedback to this amazing game that is Project Xena. And I will try to do that in the future if I get the time. So maybe today, yeah, I will try to start working on it a little bit. But I need to make myself like a better schedule. So that's it for this video, folks. You can like, subscribe, I don't know, I don't care. But yeah, those are the projects I'm working on, and that's how I'm making them without using any game engine, because I don't need to, because I'm not making 3D complex game. And I even have a template for a 3D complex game, but that should be a topic for a later video once I'm more accustomed to working with this pseudo 3D inspired by the Dooms, original Dooms games, if you know what I mean, raycasting kind of stuff.